Welcome to Ultimate Biology. Today we will see this is a topic seed dispersal under sexual reproduction in flowering plant. Now this is a seed dispersal. Here dispersal means that a seed get dispersed from one place to another. It get a transfer from one place to another. Now the seeds are stationary in nature, means they do not move. It do not show movement. They are stationary in nature. So to disperse such a seed, agencies are required. And that agencies are wind. Next agency is the animal. Next agency is the water. In case of pollination also, these agencies are required to transfer the pollen grain from mature anther lobe to the receptive stigma, like this. In case of these topic also, seed dispersal, some agencies are required to disperse the seed from one place to another, because the seeds are stationary in nature. They are immovable, due to which agencies are required. Now this is seed dispersal and the fruit dispersal. These are both topic. They lie side by side, because these seeds, they are present in the fruit, and there are some fruit, dry fruits, they disperse when they mature. They disperse, and along with that fruits, seeds also disperse. So in some cases fruit get dispersed along with the seed, and in some cases only the seed get dispersed from one place to another. But these seed and that fruit, these topic goes side by side like this. Now this is seed dispersal carried out with the help of what agency? First agency which is used in the seed dispersal, that is a wind, that is air. We call it as a anemochory. Here anemo means a wind, means a dispersal of this seed with the help of wind. We call it as a anemochory. We will see one by one which seeds get dispersed with the help of that wind. First one, that a minute seed, teeny, like these small seeds are present in case of these grasses and in case of these orchids. Grasses, for just example, I have written here, that is in case of these dandelion, so many like these species are there. In case of that grasses, they produce a minute seed. And in case of these orchid, seeds are very small, minute in nature. In case of orchid, the seeds are so minute, means the seeds are, we call it as the smallest seed in the nature, which it is present in case of what? These orchids. For just example, epidendrum, this one, secundum. Orchid shows near about 26,000 of species. And these orchids, they produce very small, minute, powdery, like these minute seeds. And when the seeds get mature, in case of these orchids, that all these powdery, like that structure, it get a release with the help of what? This wind, and spread here and there. And when the favorable conditions takes place, all that seeds get germinates. So grasses, and in case of orchids, some grasses are there and some orchids are there, they produce these minute seed. And in case of these example, these plant or the seeds, they adapt. They become very small, their size become very small, they are lighter in weight, and they are dry, less endosperm is present in case of these seeds, and they easily get carry from one place to another in the that wind current, like this. Second, wing-like adaptation in case of a seed to carry out these anemochory, to carry out the dispersal of seed with the help of what? wind. Wing like adaptation takes place in the seed, means seeds adapt a wing like structure. For example, in case of these are terminalia, then dipterocarpus. Next example is the moringa, shevga. Next one we call it as a cinchona, that is a dalchini. And next one, that is a Butea monosperma. And so many examples are there, but in case of these example, see here, in case of moringa, the seed epidermal structure get modified into wing like structure, and due to which that seeds it get blow from one place to, they disperse from one place to another when wind blow. See here, this one is the fruit of moringa. This one, this is a complete fruit, is a edible fruit, medicinal plant. This one. Now from these side, these fruit get dehisce like this, and when it get dehisce, all the seeds they disperse from one place to another. And in case of these seed, see here, in case of these seed, like this a wing like structure get appears. See here, the epidermal layer it get modified into like this a wing like structure, and due to this wing like structure, these seed it get dispersed from one place to, these seed get dispersed from one place to another with the help of what? Wind, like this. So this one is the seed of what? Moringa, this one. And second, that is a cinchona, that is a dalchini. In case of these plants also, the seeds which are there, that the seeds they develop a wing like structure and they disperse from one place to another with these wing like adaptation. This is a cinchona, we call it as a dalchini, and from this plant we prepare one medicine, that is a quinine. The chloroquine which we produce, that chloroquine generally used in the disease malaria. Nowadays the COVID-19 it gets spread worldwide, and in this corona, to recover the patient, to increase the energy of that patient, this medicine is generally is useful, that is a chloroquine, the medicine which is useful in what? Malaria. So India import this is a cinchona bark from Brazil, and India prepare medicine, this one chloroquine, and India supply this medicine to near about 130 countries nowadays. The next example, that is a Butea monosperma. See here, this one. Butea means beautiful, and from that beautiful, the flowers of these plants are beautiful, due to which the name is given, that is a Butea. And is a monosperma. Here mono means one, and this sperma means seed. Only single seed present in one fruit. In case of this plant, that is a Butea monosperma, see here, only one like this. See, brown color like this, faint brown color like this, only one seed present in one fruit. And this plant we call it as a Butea monosperma. It is a leguminous plant, and their fruit is like this. See, this is the fruit of Butea monosperma. This one is the leaf of this Butea monosperma. See here, one leaf late, second leaflet, and this one is the third leaflet like this. This one, in Marathi we call it as a padas. And in this plant, fruit is like this, and at the base, see here only one seed is present, and this is the pericarp, this one, these pericarp get completely modified into like this flattened like this wing like structure, and when these fruit get detached from the parent plant with the help of wind, see here, this fruit is very lighter in weight, and with the help of wind it blow from one place to another like this, and it gets spread here and there. And when the favorable conditions comes, again this seed it get germinate. In case of this plant, this one is the pericarp, and here only one seed is present at the tip. Only one seed is present. See here, only one seed is present, this one, due to which this plant we call it as a butia. Beautiful flowers are there, saffron flowers are there, bloom in the month of March, and this one only one seed only present in the fruit, due to which this plant known as a butia monosperma, and is a wing like structure which is developed in case of these seed, due to which this seed it get dispersed from one place to another. That is the adaptation in case of this butia monosperma. See here again, this plant show only one seed like this. See here, single seed is present in case of this plant in one fruit, this one, due to which we call it as a butia monosperma. And wing like the pericarp formation takes place, which help to disperse the complete fruit from one place to another. Such type of adaptation takes place in case of this butia monosperma. Next, epidermal hair on seed or feathery structure get develops on the seed. There are so many examples. We will see some example. For example, in case of these Calotropis procera. Second example is their common example, cotton. Next, that is the Taraxacum. Next, Nigella. Next, these are Bombpack seba. See how the adaptation takes place, or how the seeds they adapt themselves to carry from one place to another with the help of what? Wind. See here. In case of this Calotropis procera, this one is the twig of Calotropis procera, and these are the fruits of this Calotropis procera. We call it as rui, this one. And these Calotropis procera, these fruits, this one, capsule, these are fruits, dehisce, and from this fruit, all that seeds, they move from one place to another with the help of what? That air. And here the seeds which are there, the seeds are like this. See here, in case of this example, Calotropis procera, seeds are very small, and from the epidermal, this one epidermis which is there, from this epidermis hair-like structure emerge out like this, and these hair-like structure trichomes like these metabolic cellulose, all these hair-like structure surrounding this seed, that is a epidermal growth, we call it as like this, emerge, and due to which these hair-like structure, these seeds are very lighter in weight, and due to these hair-like structure, these seed it move in the air from one place to another. There are some records in which it found that near about 1200 kilometers they disperse from one place to another. Now see here, in case of these plant Calotropis procera, see, like these hair-like structures formation takes place. See here, like these hair-like structures formation takes place. All these are the epidermal hairs, and these seeds, they are very lighter in weight, and these seeds, see here, these seeds get dispersed from one place to another like this. It get dispersed from one place to another. So the seeds, they improve such a type of a tactics, and due to which they move from one place to another, and when the favorable conditions they gain, they germinate. In case of this Calotropis procera. Second example, that is a cotton. In case of cotton, Gossypium herbaceum. See here, in case of this cotton, all these are the cellulosic threads, cellulosic these material. See here, and this one is the seed, And same in case of these cotton also, the epidermal structure which is there, that epidermal cells, they modify into like this cellulosic, like this hair like structure, and due to which these seed get dispersed from one place to another in case of these cotton. In case of these Taraxacum, and in case of these Nigella, see here one example is there, that is a Nigella. See this one, Nigella. Such a type of these they produce like this hair like structure, and these seed get dispersed from one place to another. These capsule it get a break, and when the capsule get a break, these all seeds get a dehisced from one place to another. See here this one, it get dispersed from one place to another. These fruits are like this. See here, achene. The fruits are like this, and when it get mature, it get we call it as a dehisce, and then it get the seeds get liberate like this. So after liberation of that seeds, they appears like this. This one achene. Okay. Now in case of these Bombax seba, in case of Bombax seba, see here, this one is the fruit of Bombax seba. This one is the pericarp, and inside these fruits, like these hair-like structure get develops on the seed. The epidermal cell get modified into like this hair-like structure, and these Bombax seba seeds, they also disperse from one place to another with the help of what? Wind. See here, in case of these Bombax seba, this fruit, it get dehisced like this, and when it get dehisced like this, see here, see, these are all seeds, they develop such a type of structure, and due to these trichome like structure, or we call it as hair like structure, these all seeds get dispersed from one place to another with the help of what? Wind. See here, it get dispersed from one place to another like this. See, in case of these Bombax seba. Okay, then sensor mechanism get carried out in case of some plant. These sensor mechanism get carried out in case of, means they adapt these to these sensor mechanism. In case of poppy, opium, in case of this poppy, the poppy fruit is like this, and in case of these poppy fruits, here are small openings, and from these openings the seed which is there, that seeds get liberate out like this, release out from these fruits. Poppy plant, khaskhas. Then next, in case of these Aristolochia, that is a worth, sensor mechanism get developed. In case of these fruits, here small pores are there, and from these pores the seeds it get liberated with the help of what? That wind, it get dispersed from one place to another. Next, agencies which useful to disperse the seeds from one place to another, that is a animal, and the process which get carried out with the help of the animal, we call it as zoochory. Here zoo means animal, and the dispersal of seed with the help of animal, we call it as a zoochory. Chory is the mechanism. Zoochory. For example, in case of this tiger nail, the botanical name of this tiger nail, that is a common name like this. Botanical name is a Martenia, this is annua. In case of this Martenia annua, seeds are like this, but the seeds they develop like these two hook like this structure, and due to these two hook like structure, they adhere or they entangle to the animals' hairs. For example, to the goat, for example, to that sheep, for example, to the buffalo, that Padam, like this, and the seeds get dispersed from one place to another. This such type of mechanism they adapt to disperse from one place to another. In case of these triumphata, in Marathi we call it as a Gokul. In case of these plants, see here, in case of these triumphata, seeds are like this. See, in case of this plant, these are the seeds, and these plant, they develop such a type of seeds, and they develop such type of the epidermal the cell which is there, that the epidermal cell get modified into like this hook like structure from all sides like this. And then when the animal move from this plant, these all seeds get attached, adhere or entangle to the hairs of that animal, and the seeds get dispersed from one place to another along with that animal. See here, these are such a type of seeds, how they adhere to our body also. See here, this plant, it get adhere, this one here. See here, means this plant, they show like this hook like structure, and due to it get adhere to our body also like this, and due to animal it get transfer from one place to animal another like this. It get dispersed from one place to another like this one. See here. So this one, that is a triumphata, in case of triumphata. In case of these bidens also, like these structures get develops, hook like structures get developed. In case of a ficus, we call it as a Ficus bengalensis, and second plant we call it as a Ficus religiosa. Ficus religiosa, religiosa means people, we worship this plant. And second, Ficus bengalensis, because this plant get originated from the Bengal. From that origin, the name is given, that is a Ficus bengalensis. One is the people, second one is the bird. The fruits of these people and bird, we call it, the fruits is nothing but it is a hypenthodium type of what? Inflorescence. When it get mature, seeds are present in these fruits. It is an inflorescence. These are fruits generally eaten by the birds, and when the fruits generally eaten by the birds, the seeds which are present in these fruits, that seeds, they enter inside the body of that bird digestive tract, and these all seeds, they are hard in nature, protective in nature, they remain as it is in the digestive system, and when that birds excrete or when that birds release the undigested food material, then all these seeds also get a release throughout the body through the undigested food material like this, and that seed get spread from one place to another. Here animal, that is the birds, play important role to carry these seeds from one place to another, to disperse these seed from one place to another. But these plant, they adapt such type of character in their seed. The seeds are small in nature, the seeds are their outer covering is hard in nature, the testa is hard in nature, protective in nature, and undigested, due to which it remain as it is, and it get dispersed from one place to another in case of this ficus. In case of this badam, almond, aka, that is Indian almond aka. In case of this badam, see, in case of this plant, see, this one is the seed of these Indian is almond aka. See, this the seed coat is very tough in nature. Such type of adaptation get carried out in case of this seed, and these seed get easily dispersed from one place to another with the help of what? Human, or with the help of like these birds or animals, and these seed get dispersed from one place to another due to such a protective nature. Next, there are some examples in which the seeds are fleshy in nature. The fruits should be not a seed, the fruits should be fleshy, the fruits should be edible, means the animal get attracted towards the fruits, the fruit get eaten by the animals, the seeds should be like these are tough, and then the seeds get dispersed from one place to another like this. Next, the fruit should be adhesive, or the seed should be adhesive in nature, sticky in nature, due to which it get adhered to the animals and it get dispersed from one place to another. All these are the adaptive features, adaptive characters which are takes place in case of what? These are seed to disperse from one place to another by this agency, we call it as what? Animal, known as a zoochory. Now next, hydrochory. Here hydro means water, means dispersal of seed carried out with the help of water, we call it as a hydrochory. One best example is the coconut. Coconut, these there is a complete fruit. See here, this one coconut. This one is the complete fruit, and it cover with this epicarp. This one, and beneath the epicarp, this structure is present. This one we call it as a mesocarp. This one mesocarp is all. It is made up of this scleran chimatous tissue, and in between this scleran chimatous tissue, this glue-like material which is present is a glue-like material. We call it as a lignin, and due to this lignin, this fruit get completely protected. Now due to this mesocarp, this fruit it becomes lighter in weight like this, and inside the endocarp, the seed is present, and the seed it consists of a cellular endosperm and the liquid which is present inside this coconut. See here, inside this coconut, this one is the endocarp. This one, the scleran chimatous. This is a fiber like this is a structure. This one is the mesocarp. This one mesocarp, and this hard structure we call it as what? Endocarp. And inside this endocarp, here this is a kernel which is present. This one, it is a cellular endosperm. This one is the cellular endosperm. And in the middle, this endosperm which is there, this endosperm, this is a fluid which is there, the water which is there, the coconut water we call it as. This one is the liquid. This one is the liquid endosperm. Means both this one is also endosperm and this one is also endosperm, due to which the buoyancy of this seed or this fruit get completely increased, and when it get fall inside the water, due to the water current in the sea water also, it move from one place to another, and it travel kilometers after kilometers like this, and it get protected by this tissue. That tissue we call it as a scleran chimatous tissue. The seed get protected by this scleran chimatous tissue. The buoyancy of this fruit get increased, and it get dispersed from one place to another with the help of this water. We call it as a hydrocool in case of coconut. Then these are terminalia, these are catapa. The pericarp become lighter. This one is the pericarp. This one is the pericarp. One we call it as the epicarp. This one is the mesocarp and endocarp. This one pericarp, it become lighter in weight in case of this coconut and in case of this example. Then next is the heritaria. These are litoralis. Fruit is flattened in nature. Fruit becomes flattened, and due to which it get a float on the surface of water, and it get dispersed from one place to another with the help of this water, that is the hydrocool. In case of lotus fruit also, the torus which is there, in case of lotus fruit, this one is the torus, and here like this one is the torus in case of lotus fruit, torus, and this is the torus. This one upper portion it become flat, and inside the spongy tissues are there, due to which the buoyancy it get increased, and due to which this structure it get float successfully on the surface of what? Water. More air and chyma present in case of these fruits of these lotus kamal. Then last one, that is autochori. Auto means self, means that a plant self release the seed, disperse the seed from their fruits. We call it as auto, self. By this method we call it as explosive mechanism. In case of this ecabalium, the fruit get explosed. The fruit get explosed like this, and seed get dispersed. See here, this one example is there. In this example, when the fruits become mature and the seed become mature, all these structures, see here, it get all these fruits, they dice like this due to the explosion methods, and all that fruits, all the seeds, it get liberate here. Means auto, self, the plant, they release disperse their seed from one place to another like this. In case of this balsaminia, due to the turgor pressure, turgor pressure get create inside the fruits, and due to which the fruit get we call it as explodes like this, and the seeds get released. Then in case of this viola, the capsule get burst like this. In case of this lathyrus, due to the dehiscence method, that seeds it get dispersed. One example is with me. See here, in case of this vicia, like this legume get a split. This legume get a split like this, and the seeds get liberate. The legume get a split. See here, this legume get a split, and all the seeds it get liberate. This legume which is there, this legume it get split like this, and all the seeds which are there, that all seeds it get liberate in the here and there. So in case of these species lathyrus, or in case of these vicia like this, these dehiscence takes place, and due to that dehiscence the seed it get liberate here like this. All these are the mechanisms which get carried out in case of these all plants, in which the seed get dispersed from one place to another. Thank you. Once again, welcome student. Now we will see this seed dormancy topic. Here dormancy means, seed dormancy is an evolutionary adaptation that prevents a seed from germination during unfavorable and favorable environmental condition. Means seed dormancy is an evolutionary adaptation. It is an evolutionary adaptation. It takes millions of years to adapt this process, dormancy. Means if the conditions are favorable, see here, it is an evolutionary adaptation that prevents seed from germination. It is an evolutionary adaptation which prevents the seed germination during unfavorable as well as during favorable environmental condition. Seeds do not germinate. Why these seeds do not germinate in favorable as well as unfavorable conditions? Because if all the seeds when fall down on the earth, they germinate at one times only in a particular area. Means they do not flourish. For that process to flourish on the earth, to flourish at various places, seed adapt. This is a type of mechanism. It is a struggle for existence, and due to such a dormancy technique, dormancy method, due to adaptation of such a dormant methods, seed remains as it is. They do not germinate for various years, for we call it as a long period like this, and seeds gain such a type of period, due to which that seeds get dispersed from one place to another by using various agencies like water, wind and animal. By using all such a type of agencies, seeds they disperse from one place to another and they flourish on the earth. This is a phenomena, we call it as a struggle for what? Existence, and they exist. And so many like this angiospermic plant adapt such a type of technique, such type of method, due to which they shows dormancy. Though the conditions are unfavorable and favorable, seed prevent from germination to flourish on the earth. So this method we call it as a dormancy, that is a seed dormancy. See here. We will see in the head what are the types of seed dormancy, then what is the nature of the seed dormancy, then which adaptive methods that a seed adapt for this seed dormancy, then which methods are there. One is the natural method which break the seed dormancy, and next one that is the artificial method which break the seed dormancy. Artificial methods means that man-made, humans play important role to break the seed dormancy. Now Types of seed dormancies are of like these two. One we call it as a exogenous type of seed dormancy, and second one is the endogenous type of seed dormancy. In case of this exogenous type of seed dormancy, it differentiates into physical type, mechanical type, and chemical type. And this one endogenous dormancy get differentiated into physiological type, morphological type, and combined seed dormancy type. Now see here, first one exogenous, that is exogenous type of seed dormancy. Physical type, nature of dormancy is the seed coat it become hard. The seed coat it become hard. For example, in case of castor, this one, see here. In case of what? Castor, see here. This one is the seed of castor, Ricinus communis, and this seed coat is tough, very tough seed coat is there. And due to these tough seed coat, these seed do not germinate by easy process or by easy way, because what is the adaptive features in case of these seed? Multi-layered hard seed coat formation takes place in case of these castor. There, they show such type of seed, hard seed coat seed. Such seeds, the animal ate the fruit, but the seed when entered inside the digestive tract, due to the digestive enzymes and the HCl, the seed do not digest. It remains as it is, and when it released from the along with the undigested food material and fall down on the ground or in the soil, then it easily germinate. Artificial method we apply here, that we break the seed coat. We break such a seed coat by hammer. See here, second example is there. In case of these seed Padam. In case of these, we call it as Prunus dulcis almond. Here also, see, in case of these seed coat is second type, that is mechanical. Nature of dormancy is impermeable seed coat. The seed adapt. What the seed adapt? Formation of one or more palisade tissue layer in the seed coat. See here, in the seed coat like this, one or more like this a palisade, hard like this a tissue formation takes place here. And there are some animals, they when they eat such a fruit, the seed when enters in their digestive tract, it is treated by the digestive enzymes or the digestive material or by the HCl like this, and the seed it becomes liable for germination. If the seed coat is again remains hard like this, the farmers, they use one technique. They rub such a type of seeds on a rough area, due to which like these furrows formation takes place on these seeds, due to which the seed coat it becomes porous, and from that pore or from that rough area, scratched area, water get enter inside the seed and the seeds get germinates like this. Next, this is exogenous, this is a type of seed dormancy. One, that is a chemical type is there. There are some growth regulators due to which seeds is become dormant. Means seeds adapt such a type of mechanism. The seed increase high level of the abscisic acid. When the abscisic acid get increased in the seeds, the seed undergoes in a dormant stage. It do not germinate in favorable as well as what in unfavorable condition like this. Then what is the natural method to break this such a seed dormancy? Destroy inhibitors by heat, by light, by temperature, or by such a type of what different like this physical like this we call it as a natural method, and then that seed get germinate. Artificially we provide oxygen to such a seed, and due to oxygen, use of such oxygen, the seeds oxidize the inhibitor. The inhibitor get oxidized, and then the seed germinate lively like this. Next, endogenous dormancy is there. One that is the physiological type. Embryo is underdeveloped in such a seed. Embryo do not develop in developmental stages. That is the adaptation of that seeds. So we use the growth hormones. One is the natural methods. By nature, inside the seed, the growth hormones which is present, that growth hormones increase the embryo development. And artificially, means we humans treat such a seeds with auxin and with gibberellin, or mixture of auxin and gibberellin. We treat such a seed, we put such a seeds in that auxin and gibberellin, these are chemicals, 2 hours or 3 hours, and then we sow such a seeds in our that crop field, and that seeds get easily germinates. Next, that is a morphological type is there in case of this endogenous dormancy. Seeds itself is in the seed itself immature embryo is present. Embryo itself is immature, means the seed adapts such type of what mechanism, the embryo is become what immature. Plant release embryo before fully differentiated. Before fully differentiated, seed formation is there, and that seeds get liberated. Then there are some chemicals due to which, natural chemicals are there in that seeds, due to which that seed dormancy get a break, and by artificially we are using various hormones by which we break the seed dormancy of such a seed. Then next, there are some seeds in the nature. The seed dormancy of such a seeds get break by cold treatment. We call it as vernalization. Need a cold treatment to seeds. So many seeds are there that farmer they use this technique. We call it as a vernalization, means a cold treatment is there. And naturally in winter season there are some seeds there, these seed dormancy it get break due to that low temperature. In the winter season help in the germination of what, that the seeds. In the low temperature some seeds get germinates in the nature. Then artificially we put such as seeds in a cold storage for near about 2 weeks, and then we use that seeds in that agricultural field, and that seed germinate successfully like this. Near about 80% seeds they germinate successfully like this. Now like this there are the examples of like this seed dormancy. One example is there, see here, in case of these we call it as a kaddu, this one, or we call it as a lauki, or it is a bottle gourd. That is a Lagenaria Ciceraria, this one. In case of this plant, seeds are present inside the fruit, and there is a need to break this fruit wall and to release that seeds from these fruits, and then we easily sow such seeds here and there, and that seeds get germinates. Such type of artificial methods are required to break the seed dormancy like this. Then combined dormancy is there, both exogenous as well as endogenous type of these all methods adapted by the seeds for the seed dormancy. Then physical as well as physiological adaptation takes place in the seeds to lead the seed dormancy. Then we need the growth hormones to break this seed dormancy by natural method, as well as the nature also play important role here to break the seed dormancy. And we use various methods to break such a type of what, these both combined dormancy. We use that breaking of seeds by hammer, by any tools like this, by using chemicals, by hormones, or by the cold treatment. We treat such a type of the seed dormant seed, and the seed dormancy get release. Thank you.